To each of these very similar complaints, Guardian filed a nearly identical demurrer asserting that the complaint was fatally defective for several reasons. First, Guardian contended that the entire complaint was time-barred by Section 340.5, the statute of limitations set forth in the Medical Injury Compensation Statute, for actions based on professional negligence by a health care provider. Under Section 340.5, Guardian noted the limitations period for a medical negligence claim expires 1 year after discovery of the negligently caused injury, with a maximum period of 3 years from the actual date of injury. Guardian argued that because plaintiffs' claims arose from the rendering of professional medical services during their decedent's admissions to Guardian of Lewis, the limitations period for each plaintiff's claims expired no later than 1 year after their decedent's discharge in 1996 and 1997. Therefore, Guardian asserted that all three complaints were untimely filed in 2000. Second, Guardian rejected plaintiffs' contention that their complaints were timely disseminated pursuant to Section 340.3 within 1 year from the date of Guardian's convictions for felony elder abuse in May 2000. Guardian argued that Section 340.3 was intended to apply only to civil actions filed by victims of violent crimes and cannot operate to extend the limitations period for claims of professional medical negligence, which are exclusively governed by the statute. Guardian further argued that Section 340.5 is applicable because it is the specific statute of limitations for medical malpractice claims, while Section 340.3 is a more general statute of limitations. Alternatively, Guardian contended that because plaintiffs in their personal capacities were not the victims of the felony offenses to which Guardian pleaded no contest, they were not entitled to benefits from the longer limitations period which Section 340.3 provides for claims by victims of violent crimes. Finally, Guardian argued that the various causes of action in each complaint were improperly pleaded, uncertain, or otherwise defective for reasons that need not be discussed here, because those grounds are not at issue in the present writ proceedings. Based on these arguments and its statute of limitations defense, Guardian urged the trial court to sustain its demurrers without leave to amend. In each of their opposition points and authorities, plaintiffs made similar arguments in response to Guardian's demurrers. Regarding Guardian's statute of limitations defense, plaintiffs argued that the controlling statute is Section 340.3 because that statute is part of a comprehensive statutory scheme enacted to achieve Proposition 8's goal of providing restitution to all persons who suffer issues as a result of criminal activity. Under Section 34, plaintiffs asserted their actions were timely filed less than 1 year from May 24, 2000, the date of Guardian's no contest pleas. Plaintiffs explained that MICRA is inapplicable because MICRA governs civil liability for professional negligence, and their cases do not involve professional negligence. Instead, their complaints allege conduct by Guardian which is more egregious than professional negligence. Most importantly, the plain language of Section 340.3 is broad. The statute expressly provides that in any action for damages against a defendant which is based upon such person's commission of a felony offense for which the defendant has been convicted, the applicable limitations period is 1 year from the date judgment of conviction is pronounced, unless a longer limitations period applies. Thus, for the section involved, 1 year limitations period is applicable. Guardian further asserts that any apparent conflict between Section 340.3 and Section 340.5 must be resolved in favor of Section 340.5 because Section 340.5 is the statute of limitations which specifically governs professional negligence claims.